And with many students, as we know, starting the school year virtually, parents are having to make some tough decisions, whether maybe to try and hire a nanny or a tutor to help while they work. Our Ken Molestina spoke to a company today specializing in those kinds of services, which offered some ideas for parents out there on how to best navigate making this decision. Ken?
Well, you know, Doug, this is just one of those pandemic-related realities, right? That parents did not have to consider before, but apparently bringing in outside help for virtual students is becoming a growing trend. Now, one expert says be very careful how you go about doing that.
The need for extra help watching over your virtual students has led to a surge for nannies and private educators. I spoke to Rosalind Prather, the co-founder of Trusting Connections Nanny Agency, which operates here in DFW, for tips that parents looking into this kind of service can use.
The reality is anybody can create an online profile and call themselves a nanny or a private educator.
First, she says, be careful of who you hire and how you vet them.
It is absolutely critical to do a thorough screening, which is a background investigation, potentially even a drug test, checking references. There's a whole slew of things that really need to take place before you allow someone in your home.
Next, decide if you need a licensed private educator or if nanny services will do. The price can range between $20 to $50 an hour.
And a private educator can either be full-time, they can be part-time, but they can also use our nannies. If the school is offering curriculum, you can have a nanny just help implement that curriculum and keep your kids on task.
She says consider pandemic pods, which are also becoming popular for small groups where several parents contribute to the cost.
So for the family that says, look, I can't afford a full-time private educator, families are getting together and either sharing the work amongst the adults themselves, or they're hiring outside help to come in and help assist with that.
Rosalind, you have described this need that parents have right now as a bit of a parenting crisis. Why? What does that mean?
Parents are stretched way too thin, and they have been since March. And we know this. We're seeing it in study after study. 38% of parents describe themselves as being severely distressed, which is up from 3% in 2018.
Maybe a lot of parents listening to that right now and shaking their heads saying, we're one of those. Well, one last thing to point out, folks, paying under the table for nannies and for private educators, that's illegal. Prather says if you don't use an agency that handles proper payment for you, you'll need to work with an accountant and provide a W-2 for those hires because they are considered, Doug, to be employees and not contractors. Big difference there.